Hello, welcome back. This is several hours after the emergency maintenance. And when I mean several hours, I mean nearly 12 hours. Because, if not exactly 12 hours. Because after the emergency nope, it would have been 14 hours. Because after the emergency maintenance hit, I went to sleep. After I got some of the other things I needed to get done with my dailies and stuff for my other stuff. Just checking the recording as I am wont to do. Yeah, I woke up with a Pandora doing a little dance on top of me. Well, I woke up wanting to go to the bathroom, and then Pandora noticed I was up. So she came over and did a little dance on top of me and drooled on me. Pandora doesn't know how to make biscuits. So instead of biscuits, she does it. Okay, we're in. So grateful that she does, and if she needs my help hunting down some of these beasts, that's exactly what I'll give her. I'll go through this book and draw a build for the nearest critters, and bring the Dawn Hunt back to Ronnie, or whatever they call the place now. Guess I'll be a while before folks can make their way past that barrier freely, so I'll be counting on you and your efforts to leave. But looking on some of these entries, there's a far few fiends up there that are tougher than anything I've let you go after before. I'll see you approve to take on the benchmark. Thanks, my friend. Good hunt. Zeman, you honor me with your presence. I've heard all about the deeds you've been doing with Lord Walker. As if ending Veldermonder's rampage wasn't impressive enough, you saved the city from those mechanical beggars. Too. If there were any doubts about your abilities, they're well and truly answered. Which is why I'd like to see your aid one last time. Will you join us in our most essential duty, seeking out and slaying these fiends most foul, those that pose the gravest dangers to our people? Your hero through and through, hunt down marks like there is the very purpose the Vipers were founded for. It's no easy task, I can tell you. There are horrors out there. True horrors. Toro Verdell, Vergomanda, creatures most akin to gods and beasts. We Vipers wander far and wide across the land that we might learn of these creatures and one day you remember she's been doing just that for decades now and has come around with a long list of targets. If you're interested in finding more of them, go and seek her out. Dawntrail. Nebula was doing the same when she went to Solani, and yet there's nothing you can call a Terrell Verdell in her journal. Strange. I thought when they show up nigh everywhere else, makes me wonder if she might have left them out on purpose. The Viper to the quick, you see. Nothing matters to her more than the people's safety. Separate from her fellow Vipers as she was. Perhaps she thought it was best to leave such an idea alone. Forgive me for asking so much of you, but if you plan to return to Anjoli anytime soon, could you speak with her again? See if there's anything she's not telling us. Something we might be able to help her with. Oh, and tell her one more thing for me, that if she wants to come back, me and the rest of the Vipers stand ready to welcome her with open arms. can't we find out she died? Why am I walking? The hunter from across the water. What message do you have for me today? Well, Olga, you sentimental fool. I thank him for remembering me, but this is my home now. These people, my people. I lived here, fought here for the better part of my life. Stepping beyond that wall would be like stepping 20 years into the past. And while I found memories of the place, I'm an old woman now. I've grown up, unused to change, not to mention that. Lady Napi Kiwa. Oh, sorry, I didn't realize you had company. It's alright, he's a friend of the cause. Let me introduce you. Leani, Nori. Meet Zeman, the hunter from beyond the wall. Zeman, these are what you would call yourselves, my little helpers. Proteges, more like. Lani, at your service. I studied the twin blades under Lady Namakui, and I've been helping her conduct her census on the beasts of Alexandria. And I'm Renori. I've been working behind the scenes with Oblivion, so I've heard a lot about you and your exploits, even seen a few first hands, I'll bet, from the shadows. After you brought peace to living memory, our team secured what we could from the data banks, found a fair few things that brought a glint to Lady Nabuka's eyes, I can tell you. How did you get there? How did you get to living memory? Drill, Zeman Pokemon knew it. It didn't do to draw too much attention to those fiends. You haven't the strength to slay. From what Rinori tells me of your achievements, though, I shouldn't wonder if you and yours could succeed where we could not. Queen's Fiend changed me with chronicling her kingdom's fauna, and I expect there's many discoveries still to be made, and its darkest corners. If you want to learn more, just ask these two. Please ask away. Lustin spends most of his time down in the outskirts, but I'll be here. As shall I. My duty is far from over, so in answer to Okra's question, no, I will not be returning to Terrell. But please let him know that I appreciate his kind words, and that I'm only too happy to extend him the same offer. Okay, time to head back. wish I had a mute button, but sorry for all the coughing and noises that I make. For every recording session, I give Pandora treats, and hoping that that will be provision. It does not. Welcome back, Simon. Did you speak with Namakui? I see, it's good to know she has friends. I couldn't bear to think of her all alone up there. A viper lives to hunt, that others might live to hunt another day. Or so the saying goes. Sounds like she's taking that message to heart, taking it upon herself to train a new generation. That's like you're her latest pupil. May luck be with you, Zedman. Remember, whatever you do, don't get yourself killed. No promises. As we see, I get killed a lot. I mean a lot. Simon, at last. You have no idea how long I've waited here, hoping we might finally meet. There is a matter of utmost importance. I simply must have your assistance. But introductions are in order. I am Zeakion, professor of archaeology at the stadium. At the behest of the former head of Reason, I was invited to oversee varieties of archaeological expeditions throughout Dawntrail. I heard from a little bird in Malak Shuna that you, a most renowned adventurer, had made your way to the continent and could think of no better individual to aid me in uncovering its history. As a matter of fact, I have already made a most fascinating discovery in the wilds of Dawntrail. I chartered a balloon to examine a point of interest in Shaloni, you see, and soon discovered ruins which have been unseen for nigh a millennium. Surely Lady Luck is on my side, I thought, but alas, things soon took a turn for the worse. In the spirit of inquiry, I hired a group of mercenaries for protection and made my first foray into this area. But we were no more than halfway through before a host of fierce fiends barred our approach. Truth be told, it's just a miracle we even made it out alive. If for a seasoned explorer like you, I dare say delving into the deepest recesses of such ruins unharmed would be child's play. What do you say? Would you aid my investigation and embark on this new adventure? I knew you would disappoint. The ruins lie beyond the river north of Lake Turali and Shaloni. Let us continue our conversation there. I'm guessing this one's going to be a dungeon. Because we do get, just like in Endwalker, there's a few dungeons that you get after you beat the game. Wonderful, you're here. History lost to the ages in the valley just upstream. Just a landscape unlike any other. Sofa tenders of all shapes and sizes. I call it Tender Valley. Because the ruins have remained untouched for all these years due to its barbed and fire. After all, none would wish to become a victim of their thousand peoples. Though I believe the ruins nested deep within the valley to its origin, it goes on to reveal motifs even I could not recognize. This no discovery waiting to be found then, I'm sure. It allows the defense mechanisms protecting it where far too much for the mercenaries are hired. It would be wise not to underestimate them yourself. Lest I forget, you should know that I dropped some of my notes concerning the expedition during my escape. If you know of my findings, I encourage you to search for the records during the exploration. I'll await your return here. I trust you. Honor of discovering the unknown which lies within. Up. I guess time to sit and wait. Oh, wait a minute. Some carving post. Hopefully the other two aren't dungeons as well. If they are, then we're going to have a long episode today. This episode is just going to be purely dedicated to these. Is there a store nearby? Yeah, I guess we can walk over there. So I could go through what I got in my bag and sell what I don't need and repair my gear if there's anything that needs to be repaired. Don't need striking, don't need slaying. What? Reaper, so no, I don't need that. I do need to keep the healings. Need aiming. Don't need slaying, don't need striking. Here's a whole bunch of corn for you. There we go. Now the bag looks a tad better. Start putting aiming on this page. defending and healing. Scouting and defending. Which one's the lowest level? Oh no, let's put the accessories over here. Now which one's the lowest? One. There we go. Oh, it's front stop. Yeah. Oh, I was about to say, I guess I'll pause here until it flops, but no, it flopped. It boopity boopity bloppity boop. It makes the noise. You are returned, and with nary a needle to be seen, I experienced it firsthand, and the pain was simply indescribable. Instead, once it subsided, I was surprised to find that the lower back pain, which had ailed me for years, had completely vanished. Now, tell me of your expedition. I wish to hear everything. What did you see, or what was hidden deep within those ruins? I see how truly remarkable to think that the structure of a separate civilization lied in the depths of the Yokoi ruins, and at their deepest point a great serpentine creature awaited. This is, beyond a shadow of a doubt, a significant discovery regarding Dawntrail history. Tell me what thoughts you have concerning the valley stuff. You know the legendary inscription said to be writ by an illustrious Yokoi of Eld? I am most impressed. I've yet to fully decipher them, but if the creature described in chapter 56, verse 3 is in fact the Great Serpent, this is a most intriguing discovery indeed. Based on your description, it is likely that the ancient Yokois simultaneously feared and revered the serpent of unfathomable power. After encountering it, constructed the temple to conceal it from the world. This may be the final element which proves my life's work. In theory, the eerie resemblance of the reflections civilizations. In my capacity as a professor at the Stadium, I took the liberty of reading the Science report concerning the source, its reflection, and the citizens therein for myself. Their findings indicate that surrounding diminished mankind's intelligence to that of beasts. The flourishing civilizations of the ancients was forgotten, and the people of each reflection set out on separate paths, forgoing disparate civilizations of their own, forging disparate civilizations of their own. Yet, can we see that the civilizations worlds apart are truly so different? If we all come from one charred, ancient heritage, would it not be natural that we develop of society and cultures bearing similarities to one another? What I am trying to say is that it is entirely possible a society which relates to Yokoi and bears similarities to ancient Rokana once existed in the source. Naturally, it is necessary to conduct further research regarding how twin civilizations born into two separate worlds developed under entirely different environments. Nevertheless, your discovery today has provided further proof of the plausibility of my theory. On that subject, I would ask you to join me on another adventure, one markedly less fraught with danger, as one who has traversed beyond the rift. First, your knowledge and insight concerning ancient Ronka are valuable. I would journey to World's Echo and speak with the chronicler of the Yokoi, that I may learn of their legends. Who knows what we may just discover some striking parallels to the culture of ancient Ronka. What is it? It's cold. I need to do what I do best. I am pleased to see you made it, Zedman. I came by alpaca, and for a blessing, I felt no pain in my lower back the entire ride. Perhaps the medical application of subterranean needles is a field deserving of further study. Subject for another time, perhaps. Patronage before us is the self-same individual who informed me that Yokoi ruins may exist in Shaloni. They looked after me when I came here previously to conduct field work and are extraordinary erudite individuals, well versed in ancient legends. Tell me, my friend, based on what I shared with you, were you able to find any communalities between the commonalities between the legends of your people and the ruins we discovered in Dawntrail? Excluding those concerning disease, precious few stories of our ancestors who traversed north had been passed down. But for the valiant hero who brought the Skyruno, I would share with you a story regarding the Great Serpent. While we normally would not disclose to outsiders, please follow me to the indulgable passage. The murals shall explain all. Alpaca. I may taste dirt a lot. This is my reward. Yeah, like I said, I'll probably go back there and read those on my own because you can do that. You can just go into the dungeon without any of the enemies. So I'll go through there and just read the bits on my own. A legend concerning the Great Serpent is hidden within this mural. Pray gaze upon it and it carefully as I weave for you an ancient tale. Long ago, a sect of our ancestors forged north there, deep within a valley. They discovered the remains of an ancient temple. Inhabitants had long perished, and the purpose for which the structure existed was itself an enigma. Yet, when our forebears finally delved into its further recesses, they discovered a great serpent deep in slumber. It should be noted our people revere serpents as divine creatures who governs the boundaries between worlds. To behold one of such immense power dormant there within the ruins, they believed it best to build a temple around its chambers and offer prayers for its divine protection. Yet, in the ensuing years, our people were plagued by disease. Time and again, our ancestors offered supplications for divine assistance, but no matter how fervent their prayers, the mighty serpent never deigned to answer them. In the end, a great many of our forebears withdrew from the northern lands. Only the most devout worshippers of the Great Serpent remained, but they too would eventually withdraw in a somber procession, having buried too many brothers and sisters. The sect who remained prayed for the Great Serpent's awakening. They prayed for a salvation that would never come. Yet why should it awake now, and why incited its aggression? Was it simply by chance that it roused in so foul a mood, or is there perhaps some underlying reason we've yet to uncover? The devout who held vigil of the temple held this belief: when the great serpent doth awaken, its coils shall envelop the world. In other words, the creature's discovery was itself a pretext to legitimize their territorial expansion north. Yet the prayers fell on deaf ears. Only now, before our benefactor, has the great serpent finally awakened, a particular but altogether fascinating turn of events. If the being you encountered truly was divine, perhaps it is you who shall receive its blessing. If we consider that our friend here, a traveler capable of crossing the rift twixt worlds, was blessed by a being who governs that boundary, would that not fit the interpretation held by the sect who remained? At any rate, Zedman's testimony and the legends of the Okai shall go on a long way to verifying my theory. If I can gather significant evidence that these two civilizations, worlds apart, share fundamental values and prove my thesis, our outlook on history shall be irreversibly changed. Mayhap even an entire new field of study shall be pioneered. Does the inscription of civilization and its infancy bear similarities in each reflection? Was there some localized connection between them, such as the planar fissures? Or perhaps there was some all-powerful keeper of whispers peering through the veil? Just thinking about what it is that connects us across the rift gets my heart racing. I certainly have my work cut out for me, and now that you've made the ruins safe, I may resume my expedition, and perhaps more importantly, continue writing my thesis. Master Chronicler Zedman, I cannot thank you enough for your cooperation this day. I know not what my research will take me, but I have no doubt my pursuit of the mysteries and miraculous will see us cross paths again. I was going to hope we were going to hear a squeak. Oh. No, I don't want World Unlost. I want... Here, Solution 9. And if it leads me to another dungeon, I shall learn the taste of every floor. Pardon me, but you wouldn't happen to be Zedman, would you? The very same Zedman who saved Solution 9? I knew it! You're my hero. You, my heroic friends, are in luck, for I'm granting you permission to test your might against my indomitable dummies. Oh, I know who you are. You're either reserved for military research, but I'm willing to make an exception for one of your talents. Nothing to say? Oh, of course, you've been struck dumb by my overwhelming generosity. Not to worry, for I will ease you in within a thorough explanation once you return to your senses. Meet me in the outskirts. I know these stupid things. These on every expansion. But before that... This establishment caters to lost souls seeking their true path. As a matter of fact, the services of our fortune tellers are in rather high demand. I'm afraid I'm completely booked for the coming months. Oh. This is fortune telling. I thought this was a card game shop. Simon, I've been looking all over for you. Apologies for the lack of pleasantries, but there's precious little time to spare. A curious anomaly has wormed its way into living memory, and we fear it could cause a terrible threat if left alone. Please, you must help us. Wonderful. Oblivion is lucky to count you among its allies. Let's reconvene at the Gate of Remembrance, then I can explain more there. But for you may not be able to recognize me at first glance. There you are. I trust you recovered from the shock of my initial proposal. Good. Let me explain. Yeah. I'm a researcher for Oblivion, namely in the field of electrical engineering. During Zerilja's reign, I survived within the ranks of his army by helping to research and develop protective materials. One of my many projects was using dummies. As their name implies, they're durable as if none. They were used to measure the offensive potential of an elite entire arsenal of weapons, yada yada. But now Zerilja is no more, and peace has returned to Falcom. Of course, must work for us and for science and area, please. Basically, what she wants to do is have us fight these dummies. There's one of these in every expansion. I never do these. It looks like we're gonna have 2 dungeons this episode. And then in the next, I'll be doing Healer Quest line. And then after that, I don't know what I'm going to be doing. There you are, Zedman. It's me, Nostalgia. Surprised? With Zerilja gone, Oblivion's been allocating its resources to an investigation of living memory. Utilizing technology, we developed a remote-controlled sentries operated from the back room. As our surveyors are both safe and efficient. Okay, so that explains how they've been able to do stuff here then. think that all this once lay at Everkeep's summit. I can't help but wonder if a shade of my father ever resided in this grand city of the Endless. Forgive me, I didn't say I explained the circumstances behind all this. During an earlier survey of the area, I encountered one of the Endless. He claimed to be one of the city's caretakers and offered me a guided tour. I accepted, thinking I could conduct my observations at the same time, but that's when we discovered the anomaly, a rift in the very fabric of living memory. I'm sure you'd rather see it yourself to believe it, though. Let me make for the surprise wheel first. Consistency, the Endless who guided me, that is, Chauncey, should still be on duty there. Anyway, I guess it's just residual ether from memories. I guess they technically were never meant to be separated in the fashion that they were, so... Oh, a void gate! Wonderful. Or another type of gate. Where's this one lead? A warm Yesterland welcome to you, my friend, or should I say welcome back. I had not expected you to return as our anomaly-slaying volunteer. I do hope I was able to make your first visit to the Gate of Remembrance a special one. Your associate here informed me of what occurred afterwards, namely Her Majesty's regrettable demise. You needn't fret, I harbor no ill will against you. I, for one, would not wish to remain endless at the cost of such terrible sacrifices to worlds beyond. Though your efforts saw the city's terminals deactivated, I somehow remain still. I am grateful to my survival, as it allows me to discover this particular phenomenon. The lost district of living memory lies beyond this rift, you see. I previously informed you that our beautiful city was comprised of 4 areas, but this was not always the case. Numerous others once thrived, until one day our reality was irreversibly altered, and an attempt to bridge our worlds to others, and several districts were consumed in the process. Among the areas lost was a resplendent amusement district known as Dreambrov. This rift, however, allows us to access through its streets once more. We took a courtesy glance of the place for ourselves, since we were curious to know what became of it. But there's nothing amusing about it, quite the opposite. Actually, we were promptly chased out by a horde of angry ghosts. After decades disconnected from living memories' ether supply, we must assume that the Endless who resided there are no more. The once idyllic atmosphere has been marred by a dismal shroud, and I dare say our poor Dreambrov has wrapped itself into a place of nightmares. It has returned to us as a lost soul would, longing for connection, that the being within has come to call it the Straybroff Deadwalk. Now that it's reconnected with living memory, its presence is a risk to the city, so we'd like you to brave the Dreadwalk and shed some light on the mystery. You have my thanks. I regret that I cannot give you a tour of the place myself, but know that I shall be with you in spirit. Ah, new floors to taste. No. I want to see if I can get on one. Nope, I can't get in the building. I wonder if there's a new chapter. Nope. No new chapters for me to read. The reason why I leave this and don't just pause it so the music could play. Especially this areas. For now you can all see what I see. Stand to the swirling abyss. I guess we could just... I don't know. There we go. That. Phone over there. I was watching the live stream. Of course it was muted. Your back was the Dreadwalk as haunting as we expected? Let me get this straight. You met a disturbed mascot, attended a twisted tea party, were assaulted by a sky wheel in a merry-go-round, then fought for your life in a haunted house. The Endless House, to be precise, and with that, my suspicions are confirmed. In the days when dreamed rough yet flourished, the Endless House often held plays with volunteers from the audience. These volunteers would be cast as the story's heroes and tasked with rescuing a captive princess from Tramori, Lord of Nightmares. That sounds awfully similar to Zedman's experience. Precisely this, I believe the Dreadwalk's monstrous residents were given life by the lingering memories of the Endless, who once called it home. As its name once implied, a district was built for those Endless who loved to dream. The theme park itself likely gained a mind of its own. Over the years, perhaps it too harbored the hope that a hero would grant its former citizens final, desperate wish for freedom and for home. So, as I understand it, when Queen Safine and Terilja first attempted interdimensional fusion a few years ago, with living memories suddenly, a few areas within living memories suddenly vanished into the rift, including Dreamfall. And as the endless souls within began to fade, their memories and desires fused with the very essence of their home that turned the Dreadwalk into what it is now. Considering the timing, we have to assume the district's reconnection is due to Her Majesty's last attempt at interdimensional fusion, but with Taremi gone, those souls should finally be able to rest in peace. I am not entirely certain, but the rift did close up upon Zedman's return. I can only hope your hypothesis is true and their role in that hollow performance has concluded. As has mine, I suspect. Long have I served as a guide, eager to bring joy to every visitor who passed through living memories' golden gates. But I see now why I remain. I was meant to perform this final act of guidance, to lead you both to those lost dreamers. I do not wish to dampen the mood, of course, so I shall take my leave, but I could not be prouder to serve my fellow citizens, and I could not be happier than you were my final guest. Farewell, my friends, and thank you, truly. I pity him, but I think it's best to let him go. We should return to Solution 9. Your good deed did need to go rewarded. After all, I'll meet you back there as my real self this time. Job well done, Zedman. With the Dreadwalk anomaly taken care of, Oblivion can return to its regular services of living memory. We'll have to decide carefully how best to handle the former haven of the Endless. But I do know one thing for sure. It's our duty to uncover the mysteries at the heart of living memory. what was made for and what horrors kept it running, so that we never repeat those mistakes. I'd like to think that what the Lost Souls there would have wanted as well, and that will drive me forward. Thank you again for your help. Safe travels out there. And that, I'll call it there. I'll see you all in the next.